Oldschool RuneScape is an MMO like no other. It may look blocky and it might run on a potato, but it's a game filled to the brim with thousands upon thousands of hours of content. You've probably heard about it way back in school and maybe even seen people play it at the library. Some of us, like myself, have been playing this game since the good old days and still have so much to do in the game. So you've decided to try the game for yourself, but you have no idea what you should be doing in the game to level up and progress your account? How do you get started? In this video, I aim to provide you with some broad goals that you can always work on that will be great help to building your account. My name is Gwen Lavender, and welcome to Oldschool RuneScape. If you've watched any kind of osrs content in the last couple of years, you'll notice that players are not using the official game client, but rather an open source client called RuneLite. It features a ton of amazing plugins that will improve your experience of the game, and I definitely recommend you use it. You can download it by going to the official Oldschool RuneScape website and click on the RuneLite link. Following that, you'll also be able to launch RuneLite through the official jagex launcher, which you should definitely use since it allows you to instantly log into the game. This is also the safest way to play the game. The Oldschool RuneScape Wiki is the place you'll go over and over to read everything there is to know about the game. It is one of, if not the best game wiki out there on the internet. The quality of every single page is insane, and every little detail is easily accessible. Don't be afraid to wiki something if you feel stuck on something in the game, because it will help you tremendously. Questing. Quests introduce you to the basics of the game, and they are an amazing source of experience in the early game, allowing you to skip some of the early levels of most skills. They also give you plenty of unique items, some of which will be your best items for thousands of hours. Explore your surroundings and check out all the quests that are available to you. You can also take a look at the Oldschool RuneScape Wiki to find a list of all the quests available in an optimal order to complete them in order to progress your account. Achievement Diaries. Achievement Diaries are a set of tasks that are given to you for a wide variety of areas in the game, from Lumbridge and Draenor all the way to the wilderness and places such as Mauritania. Those tasks allow you to unlock some special pieces of equipment which can offer you important boons such as teleports, extra points, XP boosts, or even extra resources while skilling. There are plenty of reasons to complete these task sets. As the tier goes up, so will the level and quest requirements. Reaching the upper tiers is an excellent way to give yourself motivation to grind those extra levels, and even better motivation to go out and do those quests I mentioned earlier. Combat achievements. Combat is a big part of Oldschool RuneScape, and just like the achievement diaries, bosses feature their own version of this diary, called combat achievements. These will range from getting a few kills at a boss to completing some of the most difficult contents the game has to offer, cramped up to 11. Completing tasks grant you points that are used to reach reward thresholds. These rewards include things like better clue scroll drop rates, an increase in your cannon capacity, thralls lasting longer, cosmetics, as well as extra teleports around popular bossing areas. You'll need good combat levels to start tackling these tasks, but I highly suggest not neglecting them, as they're a good source of motivation to try new content and improve your skill at the game. Money making. Regardless of your account type, money will always be a big part of the game. If you're starting the game as a free player, making money is going to be a big task in order to obtain your first membership bond. Collecting resources and selling them to the Grand Exchange in Varrock will be your main source of income and will require quite some time, as the prices for a bond are reaching new heights. If you have the means for it, I highly suggest paying for your first month of membership using real money, giving you ample time to get your skills up to unlock better ways to make money as a member, which in turn will make sustaining your membership through bonds that much easier. If you are starting the game as a member already, you will most likely obtain items called clue scrolls as you do content around the game. These are special treasure hunts that can lead you to some of the most expensive items in the game if you get lucky. The lower tiers of clue scrolls are easy to complete by any kind of account, and the rewards can easily go into the millions of gold. You can easily obtain easy tier clue scrolls by pickpocketing hammers just to the west of Lumbridge. They require level 15 thieving to pickpocket, which will barely take you any time. Just bring a bit of food if your HP level is low. Finding the right community. Community is everything in this game. Finding the right people to play with and hang out with will make your experience with the game that much better. A good way to find communities to join is by looking in the clan recruitment section of the RuneScape forums. There, you will find many clan threads that you can look through and apply if they meet your criteria. Do note, you also have the possibility of adding other players as friends. This will allow you to privately message them and see if they are logged in the game. If you wish to avoid someone, maybe if they're a bit of a bad influence, you can add them to your ignore list, which will mute any chat they might send your way. Remember that this game is a grind. This game is based on the 2007 version of the game. It's in the name, old school, and grinding is a huge part of what makes it old school. Skills will level quickly at first, but will become slower and slower as you climb up the skill levels. Many of them, in their final levels, will require you to grind for dozens of hours to gain a single level or two, but the end results are worth it. It's important to remember that this is a video game first, and that it's okay to take breaks if you're not having fun, or if you need a change of scenery. Go play other games, watch new shows, go outside and touch grass and go hang out with your friends and family. The game will be there whenever you log back in. Player versus player. A big appeal of the old school era of RuneScape is player versus player. It is a very daunting activity for new players, especially with how crazy other players are nowadays with their clicks and speed. If you wish to try PvP in a risk-free environment, you may try the Last Man Standing minigame, accessible at Ferox Enclave. This minigame automatically adjusts your levels and gear to be on par with everyone else, and nothing is lost on death. It's perfect to learn the basics of the adrenaline-packed PvP this game has to offer. With this, I've covered all the bases I wanted to cover in this video. If there is anything else you would like me to cover, such as specific skill guides, how to do specific content, or minigames, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to put them in my next videos. If you've enjoyed this little introduction to Old School RuneScape, please leave a like and make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I release a new video. Other than that, I thank you all for watching and take care.